Hey everybody, it's Cowboy Mike with the Cowboy Mike C-Log. That's the Cowboy Log, number 16 for 2024. I want to thank all the subscribers. We have now 90. We're approaching 100. I mean, we're just excited about that. I'm going to talk today about something that is just a general overall subject matter regarding life. But we'll talk about ethics. We'll talk about poker ethics at the table as well. We have rules in poker. Everybody is supposed to understand those rules when you're playing a tournament. I mean, cash is a little bit different. You can get away with a lot more in cash games than you can at tournaments because of the standards and the rules that the Tournament Directors Association and the WSOP and the WPT all have rules for ethics, and those rules for ethics should be followed by poker players playing tournaments. There should be no excuse for not, following the rules. Some of the things that I see players do, and you can agree or disagree, but I see players exposing their hand before the action is complete. That means that they flip their cards over when there's 3 people in the hand and show their cards to get a read or to get a fold. That is not the way the game is supposed to be played. And I know people, use that. As far as I'm concerned, it's angle shooting. And like I said, cash, it's fine. You could do that in cash heads up. A lot of casinos won't say anything. I know that there's some casinos that have a rule that you cannot do that even heads up, but that should not be done in a tournament. And if it is done in a tournament, I think that there should be a more severe penalty for it because you're taking advantage of a situation. The second thing I want to talk about is chip placement. I see a lot of players putting their big chips in a tournament underneath their other chips. This is wrong for 2 reasons. One, everybody doesn't have good eyesight. And sometimes the chips are close to the same color as the 500 or the 100 denomination. So they get lost when they're looking to see how many chips you have, and could cause someone to make a severe mistake. Now that is taking advantage of another player, whether it be an older player or someone with poor eyesight. The rule is that in most of these circuits, WSOP and I know at TDA has the same rule. The big chips, like the 5,000 chips when you first start a tournament, are supposed to be placed on the top of your stack or next to your stack, next to the next denomination, not on the bottom of your stack. And I see this repeatedly over and over again, where players either don't understand or don't care. I've said things at the table many times, and it's the dealer's responsibility, not the player's responsibility, to let the players know. And a lot of these casino tournament dealers don't want to say anything. And why don't they want to say anything? Well, because these same players, some of them play cash, and they don't want to lose tips. But it's their job to say something. The other thing is the fact that a lot of times I see in tournaments the blinds. Some players will do it properly and put the big blind in the middle, or towards the middle, and the other part of the big blind right in the edge of the betting area. I see several players now putting in oversized chips in for their blind, even when they have the denominations they're supposed to be putting in. This slows down the game. The whole purpose they went to the big blind ante was to eliminate, that the work for the dealer to have to make all that change and bring in that pot. So we're back to the same thing when you put an oversized chip in and you don't, you put your smaller chips in. The other thing is I see people splashing the pot. They make a bet and they throw the chips in and they touch the other chips. This is wrong because, number one, sometimes you can't see what the chips are, and someone could also do that to shortchange the pot because of the fact that they're throwing them in to the entire pot. When you make your bet, you verbalize your bet, and you place your chips, or you put your chips in, away from the middle of the pot, so it's not touching the pot and it's not close to the pot. These are just ethics, and a lot of these things obviously are not done in home games, and a lot of the recreational players that play tournaments aren't used to the rules. So what can we do, or what can the casino do to better affect the rules or the ethics of the game? One thing is they can make announcements. They make the announcements all the time about the phone and about exposing your cards, but they don't make other situational announcements for a lot of the other things. The other thing is the penalties. The TDA has a 3-hand penalty. Is 3 hands really a penalty? I mean, it's really not. I mean, people will expose their cards and get a 3-hand penalty. People will do other things to violate the ethics rule or angle shoot to get a 3-round penalty. 3 rounds is nothing, especially when you're not in the blind. You missed 3 hands. Make somebody pay if you're going to give them a penalty. Make the penalties at least one round, so you're missing a blind and an ante. That's a penalty. A penalty for three hands is a break for the player. Get up, walk around, and come back to the table. So, anyway, that's my video today. A little update on a couple of things. Spring Open, Borgata starts on the 29th, actually the 30th. The $500 opener is the almighty $1 million guarantee. There's satellites on the 29th for 3 events, 114 and 19, $450. 1 in 10 will get a seat in all 3 of those events. We're going down for that. The other thing is that there is a $2 million event guarantee there as well. There's a $900 mystery bounty. There's a $2,200 main event. There's a lot of nice events. There's events. There's nightlies, go during that series as well. There's other smaller events. So check it out at Borgata Polka. Google Borgata Polka Spring Open. The whole schedule will come up. The other thing is, I was at Bally's last week. I did not see any movement there, but I did hear that the Maverick Gaming and his staff were there again measuring, and the information I received where they are building tables on site. I don't know where. I'm going to try to check that out this week for you guys and get that information out to you as well. Mohegan is still having their 360 on a Saturday. Foxwoods has the satellites running for the main event in Vegas. Thursday night is the 195 or 200 with the add-on, and the 1200 or 1195 on a Sunday for the 10K seat plus 2,000 cash. Turning Stone also has some events on the Sunday, and then on May 12th. You have to look that up, okay? But there's another possibility for you to play a satellite at Turning Stone in New York for a $175, I believe it is, for a $1,400 seat, and they're giving $10,000 plus $3,000 travel money, which is more realistic in today's day and age. So, kudos to Turning Stone for keeping that up. But anyway, we will see you at the table. We're just going to Mohegan now to play the Monday 160. And check out Mohegan's schedule. They have a tournament Monday, Tuesday night, Monday morning, 10 o'clock, Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. They don't have anything on Wednesday. Thursday is suspended right now because of the mystery high hand on a Thursday, so there's no tournament Thursday night at Mohegan. And Friday is the morning tournament, the 160, and the Friday afternoon, the 240. Wish they get more players for that, but unfortunately they don't get a lot of players for the Friday night. We've been talking to them a little bit about having a Survivor tournament on a Friday night, make it like a 275 or 260, and $2,000 equal prize, $2,000 equal prizes for all the players who cash. So the other thing is that that summer is here. A lot of events coming up all over the country. I don't know if any of you play online, but Bovada, of course, is running strong with some Sunday events. They have 200K guarantees for $162. They have satellites all week for it. And ACR, of course, I don't play on there anymore, but ACR has events as well. And I know there's a lot of clubs out there. I want to give kudos to those clubs at Poker Bros. I know that there's a few people that run, those events as well. So this is Cowboy Mike with the Cowboy Mike C-Log, which stands for Cowboy Log, number 16 for 2024. And thank you again, 90 subscriptions. Please like and subscribe and share, and see you at the tables.